so compensating pump or a case strain for hydraulics. So hydraulics is good, right? But if running your damn sprayer, PTO versus hydraulic usage. A tractor that uses its hydraulics, if there's no case tray or pressure valve, you're going to heat up the hydraulics, and your chances to burn up that pump. Tractor guy said I would rather use a PTO sprayer rather than a hydraulic sprayer, but then you got to rev that damn hydraulic. With PTO you got to rev it pretty high, 1800, or you can switch the PTO to 1000 RPM, but now you're going so fast you're gonna screw up the pump, So actually, gas is probably the best way, So you want to you'll screw up your pump like that. So you want to have case strain and return and maybe a hydraulic cooler, because your chances to heat it up, the hydraulics, you burn a seal out like that. So actually, a little gas motor is probably the best way to spray, I think. Pop a little gas motor and go. Or PTO is fine too, but PTO you got to run it to a certain speed and run it to a certain place. So that's really the caveat. I would probably say just run 8 hours a day running the hydraulics on that tractor. There's a chance to heat them up. So that's what the issue is with the hydraulics. You don't want to burn them up. It's bad. Case drain, hydraulic fluid. It's a big. You don't want to heat up those hydraulics too much, then you'll damage the tractor. And in order to have a bigger tractor like that, you probably need 30-40 horse again. So ideal is gas, but you got to carry gas, which is not that bad. An employee jacking it is the only issue. That's what it would be. Case strain or return or hydraulic fluid and pressure valve. Because what happens if you start to go faster, your hydraulic starts to go spin faster now, right? And now they're going to spool out, they're going to be wide open, the hydraulic's going to flow. I think gas is probably the best. 5 gallons of gas in there, boom. Tell me.
See, I need to, because this is stripped already, so it needs to go in here. Just from here to here.
Yeah, that flow sensor.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. What else?
All right. I need like 2 of those.
Okay, I'm going right now. And you need a belt for the
I don't need just one belt. I need maybe like 2, 3 belts.
What other parts you need?
Okay, and the relays. I got the relay over here.
Start with one board. Yeah, and I'll have these at your house this morning. I'll have them now. Okay, I'll be right back.
Those? I need them today.
Yeah, I'm bringing them right back.
I have a problem with that machine. It keeps going out.
I'm going to Napa. Did you check this in the relay machine?
Yeah, I checked it. It's okay.
And you don't have them in the bus?
No, I ain't got no more.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to Napa. So for 1/2-inch drive, right? So just buy yourself a bunch of millimeters and then fit it right on there. See this 21? It's perfect on that. So this nickel will come right off, so just weld the shit out of it right here, right? And then you got a 1/2-inch drive. And this one here, it's not gonna fit exactly. It's 23, it's close, but just grind this with a grinder a little bit, shove it in there, weld it, and fill it in, And that one's a bigger one, so same thing. The goal is the backside have to be 1/2-inch drive. You see, and then a 1/2-inch drive. He doesn't need 3/4, that's very expensive, but you get those 1/2-inch drive Makita guns off Amazon. Like $50, and then give them a Makita car charger and a house charger. Give them 4 or 5 batteries. Hey, these are your batteries, And they don't need 3/4. That's a $300 gun. The 1/2-inch gun is just fine. And then that same thing. So now your guys should have a battery, a light, flashlight. Yeah, 1/2-inch impact gum, right? And air compressor. That little air compressor they have works fine. You get a flat, you do it. So with these scissor jacks, If you need to go higher, just find some wood or put something underneath it. That's the answer to the scissor jacks. So, it's efficiency. You can buy these scissor jack all day long. Put your different sockets. Probably metric is probably best, because all of them come from China. And then everybody have a scissor jack so they can lift it up real fast, real down. Maybe one for them in their car, one for, you know. And then also have a lot of 1/2 inch, just in case they don't have the scissor jack ready, then just have the 1/2 inch socket. You know, if they can do it by hand, socket driver, they can just ratchet it up by hand if they don't have their impact gun there. So those are the tools that you need to give your spray guy. Well, let me tell you how inefficient this is and how stupid farmers are. That's a Landau, okay, with an 80,000 pound sticker hauling a herbicide sprayer. That's 300-gallon herbicide sprayer, okay? 300-gallon herbicide sprayer, and it's hydraulic pump, okay, which is fine. Hydraulic pump, and the Case 75C. That's almost a 90 horsepower tractor with that truck, 80,000 pound, to haul. I mean, that is an overkill. That's like ridiculous. That what should happen is that sprayer should be rolling on the ground. Okay, don't worry about the speed or the tires are messy. It's fine. You should have a small jump trailer where a 23 horsepower tractor sits. Okay, 23 horsepower tractor sits on there. Okay, and you don't need a semi truck. You need a simple 1500 pickup, Chevy 1500, Ford 1500. You don't even need the 2500. And when you make the jump trailer, it has to have 2 tires so it doesn't rock and toddle, right? It doesn't go back and forth. And all the weight should be on those 2 tires of that tractor, right? So this is overkill, way overkill. That's not how you do it. That's not efficiency. So they say, oh, but I want to use a 100 horsepower tractor for herbicide spray also. Yeah, but now when that 100 horsepower tractor, it burns more fuel, it's more weight, it's harder to make the turn at 4 miles per hour. Your employee has to be smarter. If they get hurt, that 10,000 pound, 7,000 pound tractor is going to fall on top of them. Whether if they get hurt on a 2,000 pound tractor, they're not going to like die on a 2,000 pound tractor. Speed is slower, so they won't go fast. So this is total inefficiency. And that's a 300-gallon sprayer, 300-gallon herbicide sprayer. So, you know, the problem is people just overdid it. Easily, that 23 horsepower tractor can easily pull a 500-gallon sprayer, poly or stainless, all day long on an orchard, almond orchard. You don't even need 4-wheel drive. You can have it in case, you know, you get stuck. You know, less is more nowadays. It's really inefficient. They should have one guy with a pickup. You can just go 250. Jump trailer. Throw the spray on the jump trailer. Have a magnets at the back of your herbicide sprayer. Have your hazard sign. Go move it. Ridiculous.
Hey there, Ride the Car Guy here. Today we are dealing with a stripped out bolt. We have an oil pan bolt that has been completely stripped out. Now, if you have yourself a set of locking pliers, sometimes this works. You just size it correctly, snap it on, and then try to turn it off. This, in fact, is on so tight, or it's just soft enough that this clamp is not working for us. So today what we're going to try is this Irwin bolt extractor. So you'll see it kind of has like a little slanted grip on it. And we're just going to kind of smack it on here as far as we can. And then we're going to see what happens. There it goes. That was a massive pain. But take a look at that thing. It is absolutely shredded. So I'll give you a link for that tool down below. Subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.
So what I do is this is fire hose, like auctions or whatever used. All I do, see, like this is a 1.25 inch male hose barb will go here, and then I do 2-inch cam locks on the both sides. So this is called It's used for fire, but fire companies, they expire them after we need them anymore. And now I have 50 feet each. I just went and bought the ends, right? 1.5 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, right? Look, see? After the guy's spraying, look at, that's all it is. And compared to like the other thick, so that thick hose, yeah, that takes for chemical, and that takes a lot of pressure, that green stuff, right? But when you fill the spray rig or fill the tank, you can use, right? And they come in, I buy them at the auctions or whatever you use. It's 100 feet. You cut that in half, you got 50 feet. The good thing is with this is feet, so when the sprayer guy's filling up, he can be pretty far away. So if it gets muddy, or you know, he can park his sprayer in different positions and not pull right next to the well because it's always wet and they're gonna get stuck. So this is called repurposing. Fire hose, put the ends on, 1.5 inch male, 1.5 inch female hose barb to 2-inch cam lock male, 2-inch cam lock female, right? And now the spray guys, it's easy for them to do it. And on these junky Camrys is we're gonna put a hitch on all of them. Little hitch. Repurpose for the gas cans. California has this type of nozzle where it's horrible. You have to push down here. And then, so what we do now is you just throw this in the garbage, okay? And then on Amazon, they sell the old style nozzles where it's like this. It's just a straight nozzle with a little cap right there, right? See, this is the new style. I don't like that. The guys can never figure it out. Okay, so you just go on Amazon, throw this one away, then buy these. All the thread is the same. Also, your old gas cans, if this piece is busted, right? All you do is just buy a new one of these whenever you're about to and pop that on. So basically it's called repurposing of gas cans. All gas can thread is basically the same, okay? So whether it's old or new, that's what you do. As long as the gas can doesn't leak, it's fine. Like this is an old one, it's dirty, but we're gonna put a new thing on the back, put a new thing here, pressure wash it like crazy. It's good to go. What I'm gonna do is, see this 5-gallon tank? I'm gonna like weld something so it supports it like right here, right? Or even maybe over here, right? Okay, and then I need to get the fitting at the bottom of this and then run it straight to the fuel line, right? Where's the fuel line down there?
You put a T.
Or just somehow mount this on this and then hold it right here and put a spout cock or something, right? And then you just open it, take this lid off. A guy should be able to fit his hand underneath there. Take this lid off, open this. But that's more work. I'm thinking it's better just to run it gravity fed straight into
A T.
a T, huh?
Yeah. You put a T, one goes this way, one goes in there, and then
The fuel line? Where's the fuel
it's
line?
under the tank right here.
Watch.
Where's the car?
Underneath the tank.
Carburetor is right here. So your fuel line is
Right here.
right here.
That's the fuel line.
No, that's
That is it.
yeah, that is your fuel.
So tell me how you would do it. Because it takes 1 gallon a day, and that's a 5 gallon, so you run 5 days. And if I just leave something, the employees are going to put the gas in their car. So that's not good. I mean, when I kind of beefed these up and built them, I just use scrap metal. I don't care. I'm not going to sell these, and these are all beat up. They're not worth much anyways. You can see I just bolted on had my guys weld a washer, and they didn't weld really well, but it's fine. When I extended this frame, we just had these old flails from the Almond flail mower. We just put them right there to beef it up. You know, I just got to be efficient. See, look right there. So, you know, it doesn't matter how it looks. I care about functionality. You see the weld's not too great, but when I extended it, I did that. I did get the correct tubing from the iron place to make it match, but to weld here, weld and put the supports to hold the weight. Initially, I was trying to get 500-gallon tank on here, but it's gonna hit the tires. So this is the rigs I'm gonna redo. I'm gonna open that mouth up. It got chopped, maybe chop it off, but I want to make sure this hole is correct. I think it's supposed to be 7/8 hole, I do like this safety chain. I want to put hooks on it, and I'm gonna do like Wonderful, where they have a pin right here all the time, pin. That way no one uses it for something else, and it goes in there, pin, and a few of those bottom locks right here with a nut and bolt welded there, so a couple of those, maybe 2 pins. The jack I like here, but this part, when they take, I want all my jacks with tires. This thing right here I'm going to take off and have one extra, like maybe weld it back here, so whenever they take the jack off, they can have the jack on here. I love this toolbox idea. One side will have the safety equipment, right? And the other side, one toolbox will have, like, on that side, like tools, like the nut driver, 1/4" and 5/16 nut driver, the different, it's gonna have a knife, it's gonna have an opener and wrench if you need to adjust these. It's gonna have some nozzles, it's gonna have some extra filters, stuff like that. And this is made from SR qualities. So yeah, I agree, you need to put the ball in here, and then you can also have a ball valve right there too, you know, to the ball, because it's too dirty now. And sight gauge, this looks smaller, it looks 1/4". I don't think it looks 3/8 for the sight gauge. It's a 400 gallon. I mean, you could do PTO and all that, but I was just going to switch it to hydraulic now, the suction. The hose that feeds the carburetor is that one right there. That one I'm touching. Okay, and it runs up
to the tank.
Oh, there's like a little cubby hole behind this filter.
You gotta take this two off right here. And then these two right here, and the tank goes up.
Okay, and then just run it. And where's the tank? Where's the hose come out of the tank?
It's right here in the middle. See it?
Yeah, move.
Right here.
Yeah, the way they built it, right there in the middle. Okay. All right, or maybe here are the bolts that hold on the tank.
Yeah.
Discontinue that tank. You know, but there's a lot of vibration, so you can't put more weight on the motor, right? It's just a hose. Run that hose from there up top here.
Put a T in there, from the T, just get it to the other tank, and you're still gonna have that flow.
And then you'll have this 6 gallon plus. This is 1 gallon plus a 6, 7, 8 gallon tank. Yeah. Don't throw those away. I need them. We're gonna go through all those. So when it says R or F, that means the negative is on. Oh, this is reverse.
Yeah.
And I, for my tractors, I need it the other way. I need the negative on this side. That was a regular.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Pin right there. I'll get you your copy of the receipt and I'll be good to go.
That's a reverse, huh?
Yeah, those are reversed.
On the Camry, what does it take?
Well, you have that one right there. If that came out of it, then that's what should go back in it.
Can you Google that real quick just to make sure? 1997 or 1990 the Camry, is it R or is it reversed or is it regular?
Well, on the 24s, it's called.
I'm not sure if that came out of the car.
Said 97.
Yeah, 97 too, the Camry. What's it called for?
Yeah, that comes up.
Reverse, huh? Okay. Camrys, it's reverse.
On some of them, yeah.
And the John Deere 770 is not reverse. Got it. So, in order to get a 400 gallon tank, the only issue is if the belly is going to hit the tires. It's not wide enough, I think. You know, I did cut here and extended a foot, so I'm sure I got more room here to make this into a 400 or 500 gallon poly tank, you know? Because I do have this one here I'm working on, and it's the issue is it's all gutted out. So I was trying to get a 400, 500. See, I'll run it out 400, 500 gallon on here to try to get this bigger. But I guess my deciding factor is how wide it is from there to there. Sky, it can be high, and how long you can fit it in. Because if it goes too high up, because you don't, the goal is not to hit those tires. If you go too high up, what's going to happen is your tank's not going to empty, because the tank's got to be a little lower for it to suction into here, I guess, right? Am I saying it right? Please advise.
Blijf komen. Blijf komen. Blijf komen. Blijf komen. Blijf komen. Blijf komen. Blijf komen.